Hey, what's up? It's your boy Riverboat Rob. Welcome back. I hope everybody's having a great day and awesome weekend. Dude, let me get some housekeeping out the way real quick. People, if you're new to the channel, please, pretty please, hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. Anybody else, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. The notification bell will let you know when I come out with more of these videos. I know I haven't put one out for a week or two, you know, like everybody else, the rest of the country. My work, we're understaffed, can't find the time. But I got one for you today. Also, Friday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, catch me live, Bass and Bear Radio with my boys Seabass, Paul FM Batters, Ranger Ramon, Tony Schultz, and Kevin Peon Parsons. Dude, we got to work on a better nickname for you, dude. I call him Patrick, and my boy Patrick. All right, with all that aside, let's dive into today's bait. And today's bait is a good one. Man, what an interesting history. With so much to go over. I've recorded this video so many times trying to get... It's a lot to explain. So... let's start with the creator, like I do on most of the videos. Herb Reed back in the 80s. Herb Reed, fishing a lot of jerkbaits, right? Fishing jerkbaits, catching them on jerkbaits. Getting hung up in the grass all the time, right? So we have options for that now, but then they did not. So Herb Reed, genius, dude, wants to design something he can fish like a jerkbait or something around grass where it won't get hung up. And he invents and comes up with the idea for the very original first soft plastic jerkbait. And that bait is the Lunker City Sluggo. What a freaking amazing bait. The Lunker City Sluggo. And we will get into, I know what you're thinking, looks like a Cinco. Different, totally different. Cinco, Sluggo, totally different baits. Kind of named the same, and there's a reason for that too. And we'll get into that. But let's talk about the Sluggo first. The Sluggo came out, and Herb Reed working on it, you know. And as you can see, so I guess the very first interesting fact we'll dive into is you can see it has a concave back on it. It's kind of like curved down like this. And that was by accident. That was totally by accident. Herb Reed overheated the plastic. So he's like making them. He's giving them to people. And some people know. It's kind of a secret. And they're catching them on them. And then he does that. And so he's like, you know, oh man, I overheated the plastic. These are garbage. Whatever. But he keeps them. They're not garbage. I shouldn't have said garbage because he keeps them. But yeah, I can't get these to the guys that are like, hey, let me get some more of them baits. I messed them up. But he didn't. That concave back, he keeps the ones that were called defects. And he fishes them. And then he's like, oh, wow, it's even better now. It's even catching them. It gave it a better action. It's even catching them better now. Then, a little name you might have heard of, and a few other people, but I would say the biggest one to mention would be KVD, Kevin Van Dam. Very first year, professionally fishing on Bassmasters. Very first year, second place in Florida on, guess what bait? The Sluggo. So then it blows up, and everybody starts getting them. It's very funny because Denny Brower said, you know, hey, what would you have did differently, or is there like anything that you would change? And he was like, I wish I would have jumped on the Sluggo earlier. Herb Reed had gave me some, and I kind of just tossed them to the side and was like, whatever, you know. It's like, that your bait's weird. Tossed it to the side, never fished it. and everybody starts winning on it. KVD, it was like it just blew up. The real funny part is that it was invented in the 80s. It blew up in the late 80s, and it's still around. People still fish it. They just don't talk about it that much. You know, if I had to pick a bait close to it, a fluke. But I would pick that bait over a fluke any day. Now, let's talk about the Cinco real quick. Just real quick before we wrap this video up. Gary Yamamoto. The sluggo is blowing up. He wants to compete with it. He's in his office one day and he's looking at a pen. And he's like, that's the design I want for my soft plastic to compete with the sluggo. And that's the Cinco. That's how the Cinco came about. But the Cinco is a very bad or very poor attempt to compete with the sluggo. Now, know what you're thinking. Cinco is a great bait. It's 1,000% a great bait. Maybe the best bait ever made. But it's not a sluggo. They're totally different baits. Somebody had figured out down the road that, you know, the Cinco fake sluggo wannabe bait, if you throw it out and you just let it sink down like this, it gets hammered and it catches them. And then the Cinco blows up. The sluggo, totally different. The sluggo is a soft jerk bait. Cast it out, jerk it in. And it is still freaking dynamite. Recommend the gold shining color. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And I hope I did it justice. I hope I did, and I hope it didn't make it sound like the Cinco. The Cinco is a whole nother story, and in my opinion, maybe one of the best baits ever made. If you guys want to see how to rig it up and see some techniques how to rig it up right and rig it up good, Randy Blockett, I don't know if you guys are fans, but Randy Blockett has a video on his page with some really cool rigging techniques for the sluggo. Now, with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope you learned a little something. If I missed anything or if I got anything wrong, please comment. Let me know. Try to respond to all the comments. And then, till next time, I'll see you. Peace.